The photographs Meghan Sussex chose to share on the Netflix set, revealing the first ever official images of Prince Archie and Princess Lilibet with their unmistakably matching red hair, will forever remain etched as one of the most heartfelt, powerful, and tender moments of modern history. These weren't just pictures, they were living testaments of love, of family unity, of resilience, and of the triumph of authenticity over performance. From the moment Meghan Sussex spoke the words, "I loved that my children were able to watch me working and see the balance of that," she crystallized something so deeply human, yet so often overlooked. She reminded the world that even under the glare of a global spotlight, at the heart of her life, her mission and her very being are her children. Archie and Lilibet are not props, not extensions of an institution. They are her joy, her grounding, and her greatest legacy. The release of these photos was not an act of publicity, but an act of love. For years, Meghan and Harry have been deliberate about protecting their children's privacy. Every glimpse of Archie and Lilibet has been given sparingly, wrapped in caution, ensuring that their innocence is not consumed by the relentless appetite of public fascination. And yet, in this moment, Meghan allowed the world a gift, a chance to see not just her children, but the glow of love that surrounds them. The detail that immediately captured hearts was their hair, the glorious red locks that Archie and Lilibet inherited, matching each other and linking them to their father's lineage. This was no coincidence. It was a poetic revelation. The sight of those matching strands was more than genetics. It was symbolism. It tied the children together, reminding the world of the unbreakable sibling bond they share. Archie, the older brother, carries with him the gentle confidence of one who will always look out for his sister. Lilibet, radiant in her sweetness, reflects the joy of childhood, her matching red hair whispering of destiny and legacy entwined. The beauty of Meghan's journey is that it was never about perfection. It has always been about authenticity. When she stepped into the royal spotlight years ago, the world expected a performance, but Meghan offered something far more valuable: truth. She was never afraid to speak about the struggles of mental health, about the cost of living under a microscope, about the need for compassion in a world too often filled with cruelty. These truths are not just for her. They are the lessons she will one day pass on to Archie and Lilibet. Imagine Archie, now a growing child, learning from his mother's resilience. He will grow up knowing that strength does not mean silence, and that courage sometimes means walking away from what hurts you. He will see in his mother's eyes that love is not weak. It is the strongest force of all. Lilibet, too, will grow up with a mother who embodies grace, showing her that womanhood is not defined by anyone else's expectations, but by the fire within. When Meghan shared these photos, she did more than open a window into her family life. She offered the world a vision of what it means to live freely, without apology. She reminded us that children deserve to see their parents working, creating, thriving, not as absent figures, but as living examples of balance. She reminded us that the roles of mother, wife, and professional are not in competition. They can exist in harmony when love leads the way. For Harry, these moments must be deeply moving. He has always spoken about his desire to protect his family, to give his children the childhood he never fully had. To see his son and daughter smiling, safe, and filled with light is to see the fulfillment of a lifelong dream. His love for Meghan is inseparable from his devotion to Archie and Lilibet. Together, the four of them are not just a family. They are a team, united by values that transcend titles. What makes this chapter of their story so powerful is the symbolism. Red hair, often associated with rarity and vibrancy, has become a poetic emblem of the Sussex children. It links them to their father's heritage, but it also makes them stand out as unique individuals in their own right. The matching shade between Archie and Lilibet feels like a whisper from destiny, reminding us that their bond is unbreakable. They are not just siblings, they are companions on a shared journey, bound together by love and legacy. The Netflix set where the photos were taken also carries symbolic weight. It is a place of creation, imagination, and storytelling, values that Meghan and Harry have embraced as part of their new life. By inviting their children into this space, they are showing them that creativity is sacred, that storytelling can change the world, and that their parents' work is not about power, but about impact. Archie and Lilibet will grow up knowing that their family's story is not dictated by others. It is written by their own hands, guided by love. For the public, these photos serve as a balm. In an age of noise and division, seeing pure innocence is a reminder of what truly matters. The sight of Archie and Lilibet, two children unaware of the weight of history upon their shoulders, reminds us that every child deserves joy, freedom, and unconditional love. It reminds us that at the heart of every great story is family. The warmth of Meghan's smile, the gleam of Harry's pride, the sparkle in Archie's eyes, and the sweetness of Lilibet's presence. Together, they form a picture of love's triumph. The decision to share these moments now, after years of guarding their children's privacy, speaks volumes. Meghan and Harry did not yield to pressure. They waited until the time felt right. That patience itself is love. And as the world gazed upon those photos, admiration poured in, not because Meghan and Harry are royals, but because they are real. They are parents navigating the same joys and challenges as millions of others, only magnified by the global stage. Their courage in prioritizing love over image, authenticity over tradition, resonates deeply with those who long to see humanity in leaders and public figures. Meghan's words, "I loved that my children were able to watch me working and see the balance of that," echo like a mantra for modern parenthood. Balance is not easy, yet Meghan makes it look not only possible, but beautiful. She shows mothers everywhere that you can chase your dreams while nurturing your children, that you can be both ambitious and devoted, and that your children will not lose from your independence. They will gain from your example. The love story of Meghan and Harry is one the world will never forget, but the most beautiful chapters are being written now through their children. Archie and Lilibet are not symbols of a crumbling monarchy. They are symbols of hope, proof that love can break cycles, heal wounds, and inspire new beginnings. In these photos, what shines brightest is not Meghan's elegance, Harry's strength, or even the children's charm. What shines brightest is the unity of this family, a unity forged through trials, but made indestructible by love. The meaning of these photographs cannot be overstated. They are not just still images. They are chapters in a love story that continues to unfold before the world's eyes. Meghan, Harry, Archie, and Lilibet together tell a story about courage, love, and freedom. It is a story that transcends royalty and enters the realm of humanity itself. For Meghan, the act of sharing these photos is more than a gesture. It is an expression of trust. Trust in the public to see her children not as commodities, but as children deserving of joy and respect. Trust that the world can witness her family without judgment, but with appreciation. That act of trust reveals Meghan's generosity, even after enduring relentless scrutiny. The emotional power of the moment lies in its simplicity. Archie in his bright shirt, Lilibet in her gentle pose, their hair shining with a reddish glow. There is nothing staged or forced here. This is childhood as it should be, pure, unfiltered, radiant. It is the authenticity that makes the photos unforgettable. Archie, the firstborn, stands as a symbol of new beginnings. From the moment of his birth, he carried the weight of expectation, yet Meghan and Harry made a radical choice to raise him in freedom. That freedom is visible in his smile, in the spark in his eyes, in the way he carries himself even in candid glimpses. He is a child allowed to be a child, not burdened by rigid traditions or performative roles. Lilibet, named in honour of her great-grandmother and her grandmother, represents the bridge between past and future. She carries a name steeped in history, yet she lives in a home defined not by rules, but by love. Her very existence is proof that history does not have to repeat itself, that cycles can be broken and rewritten with tenderness. To see her red hair glistening alongside her brother's is to see the thread of legacy woven into a tapestry of love. Together, Archie and Lilibet embody the best of Meghan and Harry. From their father, they inherit the courage to chart their own path. From their mother, they inherit the wisdom to lead with compassion. From both, they inherit the gift of a home where laughter is louder than criticism and love is stronger than judgment. The public response to the release of these photos has been overwhelming. Social media lit up with admiration, newspapers carried headlines of delight, and countless individuals around the world expressed joy at seeing the Sussex children looking so vibrant and happy. This collective response reveals something important. People are hungry for authenticity. They want to see public figures who live by their values, who protect their families, and who dare to defy expectations in the name of love. Meghan Sussex has become a global symbol of this authenticity. She has shown that it is possible to face adversity with grace, to meet cruelty with resilience, and to transform pain into purpose. Her children, Archie and Lilibet, are not just her legacy. They are her living proof that love can triumph over hate. By sharing them with the world in this moment, she has written yet another chapter in her journey of hope. Harry, too, shines in this story. His decision to walk beside Meghan, to protect his children with every ounce of his being, has forever changed the trajectory of his life. But it has also given him what he longed for most: a family at peace. The photos of Archie and Lilibet are not just Meghan's gift to the world. They are Harry's victory, a visible reminder that his sacrifices were not in vain. The matching red hair of Archie and Lilibet has already become one of the most cherished details of the images, and rightly so. It is a small detail with a huge symbolic weight. It represents inheritance, connection, and shared identity. It ties the children to their father's line, while also setting them apart as individuals who carry within them something rare and beautiful. That flash of red is more than a genetic trait. It is a metaphor for the fire within this family, the flame of love that cannot be extinguished. There is something deeply moving about the thought of Archie and Lilibet growing up in California, far from the gilded cages of palaces, surrounded instead by sunshine, creativity, and unconditional love. They will know their heritage, but they will also know freedom. They will grow up seeing their parents work hard, advocate for causes, and live with purpose. But they will also grow up with bedtime stories, beach outings, and ordinary joys that every child deserves. Meghan has always emphasized balance, and now the world can see what that means in practice. Her children see her at work, not absent but present, balancing her roles with poise. They see her as more than a mother, and yet they know they are always her greatest priority. That lesson will stay with them forever, that they too can pursue their dreams without ever losing sight of what matters most. This is why the photos resonate so deeply. They are not just family portraits, they are portraits of values. They show us what it looks like to choose love over tradition, freedom over control, authenticity over performance. They remind us that family is not about duty, but about devotion. As Meghan and Harry continue their journey, Archie and Lilibet will remain at the centre of their world. And as the children grow, the world will continue to watch, not with entitlement, but with admiration for a family that dared to be different. In the end, the release of these photos is about more than Meghan, Harry, Archie, or Lilibet. It is about the universal truth that family is sacred, that love is powerful, and that balance is possible. It is about the reminder that even in a world filled with noise, the pure laughter of children can cut through and bring hope. When history looks back on this moment, it will not see gossip or scandal. It will see Meghan Sussex, a woman of courage and grace, sharing the beauty of her children with a world that needed the reminder that innocence is precious. It will see Prince Harry, a man who chose love and built a home where his children could thrive. And it will see Archie and Lilibet, two radiant souls with matching red hair, symbols of a future where love leads the way. The photos are not the end of the story. They are the beginning of a new chapter. A chapter where Meghan's smile shines brighter, Harry's heart is fuller, and Archie and Lilibet continue to grow in a garden watered by love. A chapter where the world, for once, pauses its noise to simply celebrate joy. And joy is what Meghan has always given the world. Through her compassion, her resilience, and her unwavering devotion to her family, she has shown us that joy is not a luxury, it is a choice. By choosing joy, she has given her children a priceless gift, and by sharing it with the world, she has given us one too. So let us remember this moment not as just another headline, but as a testament to the power of family. Let us remember Archie and Lilibet, their red hair glowing like fire, as reminders that love burns brightest in the simplest of places. And let us remember Meghan Sussex, who dared to show the world that balance is not only possible, it is beautiful. Because in the end, these photos are not about fame, not about legacy, not about royalty. They are about love. And love, as Meghan has shown us time and again, is always worth sharing. To all my Sussex family, thank you all for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, like, and put a comment. Bye bye, see you then in our next episode.